Zoe and Sharon clash as explosive revelation rocks Eastenders. Sharon has been away from the square recently, giving veteran actress Letitia Dean a short break, with her character leaving Walford to visit her granddaughter Jada Lennox's mother following the tragic passing of Martin Fowler. After an absence of 5 months, Sharon is finally returning home and preparing for a tense reunion with an old rival. Longtime Enders viewers will recall the troubled history between Sharon and Zoe, stemming from Zoe's affair with Sharon's adoptive father, Den Watts, as well as her relationship with Sharon's adoptive brother, with whom Sharon had been deeply in love. Zoe later played a part in Den's grisly death, as his rejected wife, Chrissy Watts, struck him fatally while letting Zoe believe she had been responsible for his demise. Sharon is left stunned to find Zoe standing outside number 31. Despite her siblings, Vicki Fowler and Zack throwing a welcome home party, Sharon's attention remains firmly on Zoe. Approaching her at the Vic, Sharon surprisingly offers Zoe a truce, though in Walford, peace rarely lasts long. And this situation proves no different, as a fierce fight erupts between Vicki and Zoe. While Anthony Truman and Zack try to intervene and separate the two, Zack ends up injured during the scuffle. Enraged, Sharon storms into the Vic to confront Zoe directly, only for Zoe to hit back with a shocking revelation of her own. As Sharon reels from disbelief and her anger flares, Zoe's mother, Cat Moon, throws Sharon out of the pub. The pressing question now is, what exactly has Zoe disclosed to shake Sharon so profoundly? Could it be related to those fan theories circulating online, or something entirely unexpected? EastEnders fans spot crucial clue that could shield Kojo from Ravi. Viewers of EastEnders have picked up on a small yet significant detail that could offer Kojo Asare some protection from the dangerous Ravi Gulati. The BBC One soap recently highlighted a tense and perilous development in Kojo's ongoing drug storyline, which took a worrying turn after the mechanic went missing in Tuesday's episode. Fans are aware that Kojo's apartment has been exploited by the cunning dealer Oki to conduct drug deals on behalf of Ravi, and his friend Harry Mitchell has become increasingly involved in the situation. Kojo has already faced serious risk after unknowingly consuming drugs supplied by Oki, leaving him vulnerable and disoriented. His brother, George Knight, later discovered Kojo confused and unsteady in the gardens of the square, raising alarm. Since that incident, George has grown increasingly suspicious of Harry and his ties to Oki, despite Kojo's repeated attempts to reassure him. On Monday, September 15th, George noticed Oki entering Kojo's flat and went to check on the situation, only to find himself locked out. Determined to investigate further, the ex-boxer used a spare key to access the apartment but found nothing overtly suspicious, which did little to ease his concerns and only heightened his doubts about what was really happening behind closed doors. Later, Harry informed the dangerous drug lord Ravi about George's suspicions, prompting a chilling warning that reminded George of the severity of the threat he and Kojo faced. During Tuesday's visit to Walford on September 16th, Harry attempted to defuse the situation by suggesting that George take a job commentating at a boxing tour, hoping to remove him from the immediate danger in the square. Afterwards, Harry explained to Ravi that George suffers from chronic traumatic encephalopathy, CTE, and that even a single blow could prove fatal. Despite the warning, Ravi dismissed the concern entirely, showing just how ruthless and indifferent he could be. Meanwhile, Kojo was forced to assist Oki in transporting drugs, leaving Harry desperate to convince Ravi to leave his friend unharmed. Later, Harry was seen having a drink in his barn when Ravi unexpectedly arrived. Oki returned from the job without Kojo and revealed that he had collected all the money from the deliveries. He also explained that Kojo had been separated from him on the way back due to a heavy police presence, leaving Harry increasingly anxious about his vulnerable friend. Overcome with worry, Harry rushed out in search of Kojo, fearing for his safety. Fans are now urging Harry to take decisive action and inform his aggressive mother, Nicola Mitchell, about Ravi and Oki's drug operations. Nicola, who has a history of violence and previously provided Ravi with drugs, could be the key to putting an end to the dangerous activities threatening Kojo. With tensions mounting and Kojo's life hanging in the balance, viewers are left wondering, will Harry be able to protect his friend before it's too late? New arrival sparks romance for Oscar Branning, but trouble looms. Oscar Branning is set to experience a new romantic storyline on Eastenders as a fresh character arrives in Walford. However, not everyone welcomes this budding connection, and the newcomer's presence could either ignite passion or bring complications into Oscar's love life. Since returning to Albert Square in July, Oscar has caused disruption throughout the community. His most dramatic moment so far occurred when he violently confronted Patrick Truman during a desperate search for money, leaving chaos in his wake. The collapse of his friendship with Patrick has left Oscar emotionally drained, adding vulnerability to his usually rebellious persona. Things begin to shift with the arrival of Jasmine in East London, who is seeking a fresh start and looking for work. In upcoming episodes, airing Tuesday through Thursday, 23rd, 24th, and 25th of October, viewers will see Jasmine approach Cindy Beale at the Albert pub to request employment. Cindy is initially cautious and somewhat dismissive, leaving Jasmine feeling frustrated and uncertain about making a positive first impression. Determined to prove herself, Jasmine goes the extra mile to demonstrate her confidence, initiative, and resourcefulness. Impressed by her proactive approach, Cindy decides to offer her a position at the pub. Their interaction is not without criticism, however, as Slater steps in to remind both women to remain professional and focused. As the storyline progresses, Cindy continues to admire Jasmine's dedication and her ability to adapt quickly to the challenges of working at the Albert. Elaine Knight, on the other hand, remains doubtful, questioning whether Jasmine is truly suited for the role. Meanwhile, Oscar can't help noticing Jasmine's presence in the square. Her charm, confidence, and self-assured attitude immediately catch his attention, prompting him to flirt and make it clear he's keen to win her over. Oscar's interest grows as he takes increasingly bold steps to impress Jasmine. He asks her out on a date and even borrows an outfit from the local market to ensure he looks his best, unaware that Cindy has already warned Jasmine to be wary due to Oscar's reputation for short-lived relationships and reckless behavior. Jasmine now faces a dilemma. Should she follow Cindy's advice or trust her instincts and take a chance on him? A source close to the show reveals, Oscar's history with love is complicated. He rarely commits long-term. Cindy is trying to protect Jasmine from getting hurt, but Jasmine is confident, independent, and knows her own mind. She may decide to take a risk, despite the potential fallout. As the tension builds, viewers are left eager to see how this romance develops. Will Jasmine succumb to Oscar's undeniable allure, or will outside interference and his impulsive nature keep them apart? With his rebellious streak and her determined spirit, this relationship promises plenty of drama, surprising twists, emotional highs, and moments of laughter in the episodes ahead. Eastenders airs Mondays to Thursdays at 7:30 p.m. on BBC One and BBC iPlayer.